ugly little sister still alive at all? Having to live life with a face like that, I cannot believe you made it this far in life without offing yourself yet.
Tracy, it's been a long while, hasn't it? What do you have for me this time that took so long for you to prepare?
So that's the attitude you're going to have with me. I thought you would have been a whole lot more happy to hear from your amazingly gorgeous older sister again. How about you start giving your older sister a little more respect, as that's what she deserves for looking this good.
I have no idea what you're going on about right now. Tell me what you want.
Well, whatever. I know that you ugly people have no common sense anyway, so I'll just get on with it. So have you heard what's going on with me?
What are you talking about? So far, you haven't told me anything about yourself besides the fact that you're still a dick. I don't have time to listen to you blabber on all day, so hurry this up.
You haven't heard a single thing about me getting married?
What? You're getting married? Well, congrats, I guess. I'm sure that Mom and them are all happy for you, right?
They sure are. All of them are so excited that they get to see me getting married. I knew they'd all be so happy to see their cute, older daughter getting married. They have to be, since they all know an ugly duckling like you will never have a chance.
What? Well, say whatever makes you happy. I don't care anymore.
As for my wedding, make sure to bring me a great present. Money, perhaps, even. That's about all you can do for me, considering there's nothing else from you that I'd want. Since ugly people like you can't ever get married, that must mean you have lots of money saved up, right? So you better give me a lot of that. To Mom and everyone else in the family, I'm the most important thing. So pay up.
I knew things would never change with you. Well, we'll see just how much of my money I'm willing to throw away for you. And you are getting married after all, so the least I could do is give you something to celebrate. Everyone wants to see the little sister celebrating her older sister's wedding, right?
Right? And it's not like you've done anything else for the family. You might be working a lot and making loads of money, but that will never impress anyone because you look like a burnt diaper.
And because none of them care about me, I've been able to focus only on my work. Are you still working at all, Tracy? I heard that you found yourself a job finally half a year ago, so how's all of that been?
I went and quit that job.
So you've quit again?
I'm a good-looking woman, right? A great woman, actually. And that means in the workplace, all the other women working get so jealous of me, and it makes my life very hard. So I really had no other choice but to quit that job, you know? Really, life as a gorgeous woman is way too difficult sometimes.
Tracy, you're already 32 years old now. Is it really all right for someone as old as you to be saying things like that about yourself?
What's that? Do you have something you want to complain about now? I'm going to be getting married now, so I don't need to work anymore. And since I've been gifted with such looks, I've never really had to work that hard all my life, unlike someone I know.
Don't make it sound like my life has been nothing but my job. If the man you're going to be marrying really says that it's okay for you to become a housewife after marriage, well, then I guess you've lucked out. And I don't have any complaints or anything to say about that.
He has also said that he really thinks my absent-mindedness is so cute. Us good-looking women are all a little bit silly at times, you know. We don't even think about the kind of money we spend and what kinds of men we attract. Yet, lots of men seem to really find that attractive about us. Crazy, right?
Well, that's good to hear. You found yourself a man who likes stupid women. Enjoy your marriage to him. I'll be looking forward to that wedding of yours once I get the invite to it. See you then, I suppose. So, Tracy's finally going to get married. How wonderful for her. Does that make you feel a little bit worried about her now?
Oh, so you heard about that from someone? Well, it's the truth, and I'm happy for it.
I heard about this from Tracy herself, and she seemed over the moon about it. The man she's getting married to must be so open-minded and kind-hearted since he's willing to spend the rest of his life with that hot mess. I look forward to meeting him at the wedding.
So it was Tracy that told you. It's very rare for her to ever contact you about anything, right, Kendra? I guess she really is just that happy about this.
That's what it looks like.
So far, most of the men that Tracy has been with have always been worn out by her personality and leave her before things can get serious. But it sounds like the man she's with this time doesn't mind her, which makes me happy to finally see her getting married.
Is that right? Well, I can expect that when it comes to her.
I'm sure that she's going to be a real pain in the butt for you in the coming months, but please, just let her have her fun.
I'm sure you guys are going to be having it a lot rougher than me, right? You and Dad?
But we are both fine with the man that she has now, and when she's married, she shouldn't ever be coming home to us, right? I think this is the perfect chance for all of us. Actually, we've been thinking about moving.
Is that so? I guess Dad is getting pretty close to retiring. When are you two planning on moving out of that house then? And where to?
Most likely after the wedding, and we will be moving pretty far away from here, although we haven't said anything about this to Tracy herself.
What? How far are you both actually planning on moving then? Mom! What happened to Tracy that caused this? What is going on here, Mom?
Are you talking about the letter you got in the mail?
Yes, this came out of nowhere and I'm speechless. I know it's Tracy, but...
I started to freak out over it myself, and had to check to make sure things were true or not. And, well, from what I could find, it was just a mistake on her part.
What? What do you mean, Mom?
Hey! What do you all think you're doing? Why is there not a single member of the family here right now? How could you all do this to me? I told everyone about my wedding being today, and yet not a single one of you has shown up yet. Not even you, my ugly little sister, is here. What has happened to everyone? Answer me, you ugly freak! Answer me!
You really know how to make an entrance, don't you? Are you actually having a wedding today?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I sent you all the invites to my wedding, right? Is an ugly idiot like you not even able to read the words I had wrote? I don't have time to sit around here watching you mess with me like this. I tried calling Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa, and even Uncle Jim about this, but none of them have picked up. And both Mom and Dad left my text on read.
I'm sure. And that's because all of them, every single person in our small little family, is tired of dealing with you.
What the hell are you trying to say about me? You think you can try to fight me like this now, just because you were too ugly for Mom and Dad to love? Who do you even think you are? I have nothing to do with your depressing life, and yet you're trying to drag me into it. Why the hell has everyone decided to not show up today without even telling me? This is insane. I'm sure you had something to do with it, didn't you?
I haven't done anything. If anything, this is all because of you, and yet you still haven't been able to catch on.
Huh? What are you talking about, ugly? Because of this, I'm going to cut ties to it and abandon you. There's no point to me having any relationship with such an ugly woman as you anyway, you freak. There's never been a point to it, actually. You are just the scum and filth of this earth. Like a piece of old gum stuck to the bottom of a table. All nasty and avoided by everyone that sees you. And now you've gone and done it by not showing up to my wedding today. My freaking wedding! I gave you the luxury of coming here today by sending that invitation. Yet you've gone and ignored it, you jerk.
The only thing I ever got from you was a letter inviting me to a funeral.
What?
There was never any wedding invitation from you. The only thing that came to my door was a funeral invitation for you, and that got me a little worked up. I went and asked Mom right after that if you were still alive, and that's when she told me you were, so I was able to calm down. But I never thought you were actually this much of a brain-dead idiot. Wow.
Brain-dead idiot? Huh? What's this about a funeral? Whose funeral are you even talking about right now?
Your name, as well as the name of your husband, was written on there. That's why I was a little bit unnerved at the time.
What? So what you're saying is that those wedding invitations I had sent out to you all, then they were all invitations to a funeral?
That's right. So we all asked the funeral home about the invites. But when we called them, they told us they were a wedding venue and that there must have been some kind of a mistake in the address. I'm sure this is what happened, but did you copy and paste some kind of an invitation outline and just print that?
How do you know that?
Well, there couldn't have been another reason for this, right? Jesus Christ, Tracy. You've been sitting there trash-talking all your guests when it was you that screwed up. Did you not realize you made some kind of mistake when not a single person was showing up yet?
There's no way this actually happened. No way. Are you joking with me or something? I knew that the professionals cost a lot of money to have to do the invitations. So I thought it would be easier to do things myself. And that's why I just went and copied and pasted some things from the internet and went with that. At the time, I didn't know what all to write on the invites for you all. So I just went on and Google copied the first thing I saw and filled it in with my fiancé and my information. Why did this end up happening?
I'm sure if you had just read what was written on that layout you copied, you would have understood it was made for a funeral. Did you really not read anything and just printed and sent whatever you had made once you filled it out? That's amazing, actually. I'm shocked someone in their 30s could even do that. But, well, because of all that, none of us got any wedding invites from you. So we didn't have any idea what to do about your wedding. I'm sure the same thing is happening with your husband's guests now too, right? I think you need to go and apologize to him about this right now.
But everyone my fiancé invited is here right now.
What? How could that be?
He went and made all the invites for his family and friends by himself. And so all of his guests are coming into the wedding venue right now.
What? So then it was only you that screwed up?
That's right. This is all so messed up. Why would something like this happen to me?
You're asking why? This is exactly what you deserved, right? You went and copied and pasted some layout you got online and just slapped your name and fiancé's name on there, not even reading any of it before printing all the invites out and sending them. Of course there would be loads of mistakes, right? It's kind of scary that you sent out invites like those for your own funeral, thinking they were for your wedding. I don't even get how you've made it this far when you can't even understand the most basic processes, like writing something out and then proofreading it. What has your husband been saying about this? Has he even said anything yet?
This is all crazy right now. I wonder if he'll be able to figure anything out if I just don't tell him anything.
Wait, what? You have to be kidding. So far, not a single one of your guests has shown up to your wedding, right? You know he's going to find out what happened one way or another. What are you even going on about? You told me before that men love your absent-mindedness, right? They think you being silly is all cute and such. Well, then he should forgive you for a little screw-up like that, right? He'll probably laugh it all off with you.
I see. That's a good point, actually. I have no other choice, really, so I'll let him know. None of this was my fault, but I'll let him know that there was some kind of mistake with my invitations.
I think you should tell him the truth about it, Tracy. I hope that he'll be willing to forgive you.
Why isn't anyone coming to my wedding yet? My husband told me that we could postpone the start of the wedding by 30 minutes in order to wait for everyone to come. But there has not been a single one of you coming. Because of that, the wedding's going to be canceled. And I got this vague message from Mom and Dad saying they weren't coming today. I have no idea what's going on now. What the hell has happened to all of you guys?
Like I was saying, Mom and Dad are tired of you. It seems that the two of them did go ahead and send your husband's parents a message saying they were very sorry for not coming today. But you are 32 years old now, Tracy, and you need to take responsibility for your own actions for once.
Are you tired of me? What does that mean? And if you all had known that those funeral invitations I had sent to you were a mistake, why didn't you guys say anything to me about that sooner?
Mom was testing you here.
What?
All my life, you have always been against me, saying the worst things you could to me, and doing the worst things you could, pretty much leaving you looking like Satan in my mind. You have gotten away with being so selfish about everything all the time, and have even made that clear to the family. When we all heard that you'd finally be getting married, we all let out a sigh of relief. But just before we could finally see you leaving the nest and becoming a proper adult, you made such a stupid mistake. Yet you didn't even notice such a simple mistake and sent those invitations out to us anyway. Had you noticed something was wrong and told us about it, we would have been more than happy to help you tell everyone a mistake had happened. But you didn't notice a single thing was wrong. And that left Mom pretty much thinking there was no hope for you anymore.
What are you talking about? There's no hope for me. So you're telling me that everyone knew something was wrong with my invitations, but you all chose to never tell me? You could have told me that my wedding invitation was actually a funeral invitation.
That's something you should have noticed yourself. Do you realize that the past couple of days after that had happened, Mom had to deal with everyone calling her and asking how you passed away and why this happened? I'm sure you didn't notice anything and your life wasn't affected by your mess up. But for us, we had to deal with friends and family asking us all the time about your death. I think that this time you should have been aware of what you'd done and actually taken action in order to fix it, right? Well, I guess it's too late now, though, as that test is already over. As for your wedding, we all have no plans of going there today. I'm sure it sucks having your wedding get canceled on you, but let's just hope you and your husband don't part ways because of it.
Are you freaking kidding me, you idiot?
What was that? Kidding you about what?
About the hope of my husband not parting ways with me? There's no way he's going to want to stay with me now after this. The wedding is being canceled right now, and his whole family is pissed off with me. They're all talking about ending our marriage right now. This is hell! I can't believe that it's all because of my family that my wedding and marriage are going to be ruined!
Is that so? But weren't you telling me before that it's your absent-mindedness and silliness that makes all the men love you?
I had tried to explain all of this to my husband by saying none of it was my fault. But for some reason, he got the wrong idea and seemed in awe about what had happened. His parents both reacted the same way as him, and now I have no clue what is going on. I didn't do anything wrong here.
It's because you keep on saying things like that not a single soul is going to want to help you.
What does that mean?
Are you really not aware that you're the only one to blame for all of this? Why do you keep trying to make it appear as though this is all our fault and that you did nothing wrong? I don't get it, Tracy. I really do not get it. You were the one that failed to proofread the invitation you sent out, and so that makes this your fault. And only yours. Yet you've continued to complain to me about everything while blaming me and the rest of our family for it. I'm sure you said the same things to your husband, right? You said to him that this was all our faults and that you're not to blame. No wonder he's in awe right now and not willing to work with you anymore.
But it's all your guys' fault for never telling me anything when you all knew I made a mistake.
Why do you keep going back to that?
All of this is what you wanted to have happen to me, right? You set this all up.
I set all of what up?
Because our parents have always loved me more than you. You have been deeply jealous of me, right? Because I am the best-looking girl around and have everyone's eyes on me. I know you've been jealous of me, and that jealousy has finally come out. Then when you went and got Mom and Dad and the rest of the family all caught up in your malicious plans and set me up so it looked like it's my fault. You are a total witch for that. How are you going to take responsibility for all that you've done to me?
About all of that, Tracy, I don't feel that Mom and Dad have ever loved you more than me. I'm sorry to say this, but that's not the case in my eyes. It never was.
Stop trying to act all tough about it now.
Actually, I had asked Mom if it would be all right for me to let you in on a little secret we've all kept from you. So her and I had a little chat about it before she gave me permission.
What?
The reason none of what I'm going to say to you has never been said before is because Mom wanted to keep it a secret. It's Mom and Dad's thing anyway, so it's not something I should really be worried about. But I will tell you soon what that secret is. Also, you've always been saying Mom and Dad and the family have all cared more about you than me, right? Well, the only reason for that is because your behavior has required more of their care. So naturally, you felt like they've cared more about you and spoiled you. I happen to love Mom and Dad and thank them both for raising me with the amount of attention they gave. Unlike you, who has felt spoiled by them, I feel like I've been supported and raised by them.
What the hell is this? You're making it sound like I've been some sort of burden on both of them.
Well, that's because you've been one, right? They think of you as a burden, and that's why they told you to never come back to their house, right?
They did just tell me that before they stopped replying, but a burden to them? No way they think that of me. I'm me, right? I'm a gorgeous and silly woman.
And so what? I don't think you having decent looks has anything to do with what's been going on here. They've also told me not to tell you where their address is. So right now, you have no place to go home to. All right?
Huh? I know where Mom and Dad's house is because I've lived there. Are you stupid? If this whole marriage thing between my husband and I doesn't last, then I will be coming home to them. Of course, I won't have anyone else to go, so they're my only option.
Well, that's the secret I planned to tell you. Mom and Dad have moved away, and I mean out of the state away.
What?
Dad's been wanting to retire for a bit now and has been wanting to go somewhere he can have his own little patch of farming land. So they've moved out into the countryside somewhere, therefore even if you want them to spoil you again, it's not possible. And that's why I said I'm not telling you their new address.
What the hell? I never heard a single thing about all of that.
I told you it was kept a secret by us. So of course you weren't going to hear anything about it.
What is going to happen to me then?
I don't care. You're almost 33 years old now, and you can think about what to do with your pathetic self on your own, right? And wait, I just wanted to ask this. Are you married to your husband yet or not? And I mean legally, not ceremonially.
We haven't been legally gotten married at the courthouse yet.
What? Are you serious?
He was telling me that he wanted to hold off doing that until we had the wedding just in case. But now that all this happened and sent him into shock, he no longer wants me to become his wife. Why is this happening to me? Really, because of you, my whole entire life is going to fall apart.
I see. So he really was just your fiancé and not husband. He must have known that there was something off about you, which there really is, and thought it would be safe to wait until the last second to see just how mentally deranged you really are. Well, I have to give him credit for doing that.
Come on now, Karina. You're the freaking ugliest person I know, and yet you keep talking about me like that. I know you've been jealous of me this whole time, all because an ugly witch like you can never get married, so you've had to come and ruin my wedding. I bet you hated the idea of me being happy with a husband the moment you heard me say I was getting married.
You've always continued to say that your ugly little sister would never get married, and kind of based all your insults towards me on that statement, right? But the thing is, I'm going to get married, and the man I'm marrying is a business owner. So really, there's not an ounce of me that's jealous of the sorry life you've led yourself to live. Never had been either.
Huh? You are going to be getting married. You?
Yes, me. We've been talking about me, so who else would I be talking about? Are you even reading any of this? I'm going to be getting married, Tracy. Sorry that even an ugly woman like me can get married before you. We plan to hand in the marriage papers in 2 days, and the wedding is being held next month. Of course, you won't be getting invited to that.
And you said the man you're marrying is a business owner? That's a total lie. It has to be.
I've already gone and showed him to Mom and Dad, and he's done the same with me for his parents. Everyone in our family loves him, and his family all love me. Honestly, I don't need you to believe me or anything, since you have zero influence on my life now. We're cutting ties soon as well, right?
If you really are going to be marrying a man like that, then you should show him to me as well.
Excuse me?
No matter how they are, they will see me as more beautiful than you. And that means he'll be a lot more happily married to someone like me than you. Introduce him to me right now. You already have a job of your own, so you don't need him. I want to get married. I want to become someone's housewife.
Jesus. So the day you just lost your fiancé, you're going to prey on your own little sister's fiancé? I was starting to feel a little bit bad for you after all that's happened. But now that you've said all that, go screw yourself, Tracy. I don't want to ever see or hear from you again, so leave me alone.
Hold on a second. What the hell am I supposed to do from now on then? I have nowhere else to go now.
Don't give a damn. Go live the rest of your crappy life in some back alley somewhere, you rat. You need to live on your own for once, you very sad excuse of an adult woman. Don't ever turn up around my family or I again. After that, did she say anything else to you guys?
She's been trying to say things to me all this time, but I'm not talking with her anymore. I've also made sure to tell your dad to leave things be and not say anything back to her. Of course, if something very serious were to happen, we'd hand her some kind of a lifesaver. But I think that right now, she needs to start thinking about how to support herself instead of always relying on us.
That's the same thing I'm thinking. I'm sure that if she can pull off the life of being an adult, then you guys won't be so worked up over her anymore, right?
I'm really sorry your dad and I didn't do something a whole lot sooner about her. Just know that you can look forward to seeing us at your wedding next month, where we'll have something big in store for you. Let Gabe know that as well.
Gabe's already looking forward to seeing you guys again and said he didn't need any kind of gifts from you. And remember, after our wedding, we'll still be able to see you and Dad every so often. Nevada may be far from here, but we'll make those trips when we have time to. Now that you and Dad both don't have that baggage anymore, you can enjoy the relaxing life of being old. Now, you both have a safe trip back here next month, please. And don't forget to take care of your health, too. Thank you. And that next month, I was officially married and had my wedding. I had all of my family and friends there with me and was able to have a wonderful wedding. And of course, I didn't invite Tracy to come and join us. Her and I don't talk to one another anymore, and never will again. But from all the rumors I've been hearing about her, she had to get a job working on a fishing boat and has been doing that ever since. It was said that things leading up to that job were very tough for her, and that right after her fiancé and his family left her, she had to pay for her whole wedding herself. She didn't have that money though, of course, so she did the one thing that any childish and good-looking girl like her could do: sold her body. That did end up working out for her for a few weeks, and she was actually able to get a lot of money doing so. However, something came up that changed everything for her. And that thing happened to be an STI, which has now ruined her chances of working that kind of job again. She still had a bit more debt to pay off, though, and so she took out a loan and used that to pay off the debt and the second month's rent at an apartment she found. But from there, things started to go downhill really fast, as she wasn't able to pay off that loan in any way, and the loan shark had her start to work for him in the fishing industry. I'm sure this isn't the life she wanted to end up in, but from my family's point of view, this is the perfect outcome. Of course we feel bad about the STI and all the other memories she's going to have to live with now, but life out at sea with a bunch of hard-working men should really teach her a lot about how to live on her own the right way. I have no plans of ever talking to her again, but my parents did say that if some point in the future she's back in from living on that boat and is taking care of herself, they would want to see her. Let's just hope that when a time like that comes, if a time like that comes, she's a completely changed person and acts like a proper adult, for my parents' sake. I've already gone and told them both that I won't be around to help if things ever go south with her and them, since my new husband and I will be moving to Canada soon. Of course, that's not far from the US at all, and we'll be making those trips to go and see my parents. But my husband has a business to run, and we can't have her getting in the way.
Hey, you. My lovely son told me that the marriage is not going so well. Aren't you supposed to be his wife? How hard is it to understand my son's feelings and keep a good relationship between you two? Oh, I really can't believe my son married someone so incompetent.
Really sorry, but all the fights we're having are our own problems, so we're going to solve it on our own. So I don't think it's something we should really be talking about, even though you're my mother-in-law. I promise you that we'll solve it on our own. So could you just stay out of it and not try to intervene with our problems? That would really be appreciated.
You always say that whenever there is a problem, then what happens? You end up not solving the problem anyways. Do you remember? It was the same case last time too, wasn't it? Whenever my son comes home, all he does during the day is complain about how the marriage is not going well. How much pain are you making my son endure? You really are a terrible wife.
Oh, really? Even when he goes back home, our marriage problem is all he talks about?
I keep telling him it's about time you two have a divorce since it keeps getting worse. But he said he can't, and I asked him why. Then he told me that you keep crying and begging him to not have a divorce. You are like a disgusting parasite sucking the life out of my pure son. Can you please stop being so clingy and let my son go?
Hold on, wait. What? Is that really what he has been telling you? Sure, I do believe that having a divorce is not something you decide so lightly. But trust me, I would never be so shameless to cry or beg to not have a divorce.
I know it's an embarrassing thing to admit, but there is absolutely no reason for you to deny and lie. Like, I get it. My son is a very handsome man. He also works very hard to provide for the family, and is such a gentleman, right? Which is exactly why I think he deserves someone so much better. Not someone useless like you. You can't even properly do some simple house chores, right? Whenever he's home, all he hears is you complaining about everything. So he tells me he feels very uneasy living in the same house as you. He has told me the same story thousands of times by now. You didn't even know, did you?
What do you mean I can't do simple house chores? Surely you're talking about your own son, right? I'm also extremely busy every day since we both work a 9-to-5 job. But all your son does after he comes home is lie around and do absolutely nothing the whole day. You know, not once has he helped me with the house chores, no matter how tired I might be from working during the day. If I can't do simple house chores, who is cleaning the house? How can the house be clean all the time? Is there a ghost doing the chores for us?
Are you serious? Why are you surprised that you have to do the chores? It's your job. All you have to do when you get married is stay home and just become a housewife. After all, taking care of your husband is the job of a wife in the household. But you don't want to quit your job just because of your own selfish reasons.
Wait a minute. There's a big misunderstanding happening right now. Yes, it's true that I do love my job, which is a good thing, isn't it? So I have no plans of quitting my job. But me not quitting my job was agreed upon between us way before we got married. And this might come out very rude and disrespectful, but I need to tell you the reality of the situation. Unfortunately, your son does not earn enough on his own. It would be extremely difficult for the two of us to live off just his earnings, which is also why I have to keep working whether I like it or not. Thankfully, I do love my job, as I said, so it's not a big deal.
How dare you? Did you really just say that? So you're basically just telling me that you're a crazy spendthrift, isn't it?
Huh?
You said it's extremely difficult for you two to live off my son's earnings. Have you considered that maybe it's because you keep buying yourself those high-brand bags you love to carry around? Obviously, my son is married to someone who is such a crazy money spender. No matter how much money my son earns, it's just not going to be enough because of the amount you spend.
No, that is not the reason why his earnings alone is not enough. Yes, it's true that I do own some high-brand bags, but I'm not just buying them because I'm into high-brand and want to keep getting new ones. I buy a few just in case we have to go out to maybe like a party and we don't embarrass ourselves looking like a fool.
See, I told you. My poor son has to work so hard just for your selfish reasons. I can't believe my son had to marry a greedy woman like you. No wonder my poor baby is always tired and complaining about his marriage.
Hello? Are you not understanding a single thing I'm telling you? Now that I think about it, I feel like we have the same conversation every time you bring up your son. So you're basically just trying to tell me to have a divorce as soon as possible, right?
Yes, finally. You finally understood me after all these years. File a divorce as soon as you can, and please, for the love of God, let my poor son be free from your torture.
So you're saying please return my son back to me, huh? Sure, whatever. I've also had enough of this clown fiesta. I'll talk to your son about us having a divorce.
Hey, you! I heard about all the things you've done. You sly little rat. How disgusting can you be? I can't believe it.
Huh? What exactly are you talking about?
You two bought yourself a $500,000 house and you thought nobody's going to find you, did you? Did you think you could keep it a secret? My son told us to come live with him, so we decided to move into the house. So stop being annoying. Hurry up and open the door to the house.
What? What are you even talking about?
Like I said already, me and my husband are going to live with you two. Why is that so hard to understand? What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine too. So the nice house you bought is also ours. If you're not happy with that decision, my son said you can get out of the house. What a pity for you, huh? But you have no choice.
Like, what are you trying to say? I'm having a hard time understanding everything you're saying right now. You know, I'm single right now, right? I'm no longer married to your son.
What? What nonsense are you spewing right now? Explain this nonsense right now. What is happening?
Why is it so hard to understand? What is there even to explain? It's exactly as I said. We've already filed for divorce, you know. So you and I, we're no longer related.
Wait, what? You two actually got a divorce? Why would you do something so foolish? How could you do that?
I'm sorry, but this is pretty funny, and you're making zero sense. You remember the amount of times you nagged me to get a divorce with your son? You told me to get a divorce, lady, which is exactly why I got a divorce, and now you're asking me why I did it? Make it make sense to me, please.
Well, I did tell you to, but why would you have a divorce at such weird timing?
What do you mean, such a weird thing? I'm finally free from you and your son's torture, so that's why I decided to buy a nice house. From now on, I'm going to live in this house with my own parents, thank you very much. And since we're no longer a family, I would appreciate it if you stopped acting like one.
You little, how dare you? You think we'll let you do such a selfish thing? We already packed all our bags and belongings. What are we supposed to do now? Stop acting like a selfish witch and let us into the house.
Why on earth would I ever do that? Why do I need to let a complete stranger into my house? Does this look like an orphanage or some charity house where I just let anyone in? Stop spewing your nonsense and go home. Stop bothering me. Bye-bye.
How could you? I'm your mother-in-law.
You mean you were? Like I said, we're no longer related.
Like, why? You kept refusing to have a divorce. Why all of a sudden you just agreed to have a divorce? I didn't think you would buy a house. You know what? I'll allow you to be with my son again. I can talk to my son about it. My son has always wanted to own a house, so I'm sure he'll be happy too. How does that sound? I'll also stop nagging to you about having a divorce. We'll just quietly live with you. What a graceful offer, don't you think?
From everything you just said right now, you said it like as if you're doing this for me and it's for my benefit. But do you realize there is not a single merit for me? Even the divorce we just had, I've had talks with your son multiple times to make sure if it was the right thing to do. Once the decision was made, to no surprise, your son already had a divorce agreement ready with his signature and rudely threw it at me telling me to sign it. And I was the one who also had to submit the paper in, even though it was your side that wanted the divorce so bad.
But why would you get a divorce at such timing? Don't you think you also had malicious intent? Or maybe you wanted the divorce more than us. You also never had any talks with my son about buying a house, did you? I'm sure you didn't, because if he knew about you buying a house, he would never agree to having a divorce.
Like, duh. I decided to buy the house after we had a divorce. So why on earth would I have any discussion with your son about buying the house when I had no intention of buying a house before having a divorce? Do you ask or discuss to a random stranger or people that's not related to you about buying a house?
How could you be this cold-hearted? What do you want? What do you need to feel better and forgive us? My dear, could you please let us into your house first? We can calmly talk about this matter in person, right?
Stop! There's absolutely nothing to talk about. I am no longer married to your son, and I'm happily living my new life free of chains. So I'm sorry, but please, stop bothering me anymore.
My God, you're so stubborn. Fine, I'm sure you need some time to think it over, so I'll let you be for today. But you better make sure to talk to my son and stop being so selfish and arrogant. I'm saying this for you, so you better listen.
Oh, don't worry, ma'am. I don't have to think about anything. I've already decided on what I want, and I don't want to talk to your son ever. Also, it's you and your family that's selfish and arrogant, so just shut it.
Hey, Jessica! I heard everything from my mom. You're still being selfish and arrogant like a child? You know my mom is in awe because of how childish your behavior is. Stop being so mad! Can't you just forget about what happened in the past? It was just a small fight, just like all the other fights we used to always have, right? Why are you blowing it out of proportion?
Huh? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how long I had to endure your abuse? How much it affected me mentally? Now, all of a sudden, you want to pretend like it was not a big deal? Pretend like nothing happened and get back together? Is this some kind of sick joke? You know that April's in 5 months, right?
Look, man, it was just a misunderstanding. I know I was being harsh at times, but that's because I knew you could do better. Even then, it really surprised me that you would be able to buy a house on your own. I'm really impressed with you. I guess you were working much harder than I thought you were. I apologize for not recognizing your hard work.
Yeah, keep saying nonsense. It's none of your business now anyway.
Stop acting so tough. You were never like this. You know that it was always my dream to own a house too. I also remember that it was also your dream to own a house, my dear Jessica. So when I heard that you bought a house, I was ecstatic since both of our dreams came true, which is why we packed our bags and headed straight to the house as soon as we found out, you know? But when we got there, you just refused to let us in. How could you be so cold-hearted?
Are you serious right now? Are you out of your mind? We are divorced. We are no longer together. You are exactly the same as your mother, aren't you? You only care about yourself. You think you're the center of the universe and only want things to go your way, always twisting words to your liking.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever something bad happens to you, even if it's nothing serious, you blow it out of proportion and act like a drama queen. Despite your weird behavior, I endured all that nonsense because that's how marriage should be. So can't you also endure our mistakes and accept us once again? Pretty please.
Yuck. You're a grown-ass man. Don't ever say pretty please, you freaking weirdo. How do you even have the guts to say anything you're saying right now after all you've done to me? Why would I ever want to get back together with someone like you psycho? You knew we were both working, but you never helped with the house chores. Not only that, you had the audacity to complain about how I'm not doing the chores perfectly. I earned way more than you, and yet I also had to do housework on top of that to satisfy your needs, Your Majesty. Why do I need to waste my precious time on a selfish brat like you every day? Please, make it make sense to me.
You were mad about something so insignificant? God, you're such a drama queen. You act like it was something jail-worthy, like you're the woman, so it's your duty to do all the housework. So I don't know why you're acting like I was in the wrong for expecting you do what you should be doing. But whatever, I forgive you for that selfish thought.
What? Like, stop typing. You disgust me, you psycho. I already knew you were hopeless, but talking to you right now reassured me that you are human trash. What do you mean it's your duty, you misogynistic piece of crap? Then why are you, a man, so darn weak? No muscles looking like a tree branch from head to toe? You have no right to tell any woman what they should or should not be doing when you're so pathetic yourself. With your logic, women are also weaker, right? So use your big muscles and do all the hard work, including house chores. Your misogyny disgusts me. I feel like I'm talking to someone from 50 years ago, you piece of garbage.
What did you just call me? Just because I try to be nice to you? Now you think you're almighty, huh? Fine. If you want to play the blame game, it's you who decided to submit the divorce agreement, not me, you. So it's your fault. You were always like this. Whenever I try to be nice to you, you always take advantage of it. Just shut up and let us into the house. My parents and I will live in this house. You get out of this house now!
There he is, finally showing his true colors. I was getting goosebumps when you were trying to act nice. You're a complete stranger to me now. Why do you think you have the right to tell me to get out of my house? I knew for a long time that you were completely insane. And after getting a divorce and calmly thinking about what happened during our marriage, I'm more sure about how much of a psychopath I was dealing with all those years. Thank God I decided to finally get a divorce before things got way worse.
How dare you!
No matter what happens, I would never let you into the house or even near my yard. So just give up and get lost. You damn psychos. So you've finally done it, huh? Do you realize what you've all done? You're all criminals now. Don't worry about your son. I'll personally make sure he hands himself over to the police. So stop running, and you better hand yourself in too.
What? What are you even talking about? Are you okay?
Don't act like you have no idea what's going on. We have cameras everywhere in our house. We got everything on video. We saw on tape how you guys assaulted a high schooler that came to visit our house.
Wait, what? What high schooler? What nonsense are you spewing right now?
You creeps. You assaulted her thinking it was me, right? It was cold outside, so I let her on my coat, which is probably why you thought it was me in the coat. You guys attacked her from behind, right? Don't deny it. We saw everything.
Wait, that was not you? We really thought it was you.
So you do admit to assaulting someone, and you really thought it was me, huh? Person you assaulted, she is my cousin who was visiting us because I was helping her with her studies. I knew you were all terrible people, but you keep going lower and lower, huh? Obviously, it's a big crime, so I'll be reporting this incident to the police.
Please wait, hear me out. I knew something was wrong. My son was not contacting me after the incident. There is a reason to everything that happened. Please, let me explain.
Your son was in a panic state after he was arrested, so he already confessed to everything you've all done. Your plan was to dress yourself as a weirdo and attack me. Then when I'm screaming for help, your son will appear out of nowhere and rescue me from the weirdo, hoping that will light up the fire and make me have feelings for your son again. What kind of pathetic plan is this? Did you really think that would have worked? Making your son look like a hero and make me fall in love with him again? So that your son and I can get back together again? Not only do you think like a criminal, you do realize the action you've taken is also a crime. Have you all gotten completely insane?
My baby, he really confessed to all that? Are you sure you're not making things up?
After I got really mad at him, he panicked and started telling me everything. At first, I thought your son helped my cousin out, so I was quite thankful. How wrong was I to think maybe he changed? When he saw who he helped, he panicked and said, "What? You're not Jessica." Like, how dumb do you have to be to say that out loud? Also, he's a terrible liar and was never good at hiding anything. You could tell his lie from a mile away. Whether I liked it or not, I was married to him for a while, so I know how he acts. So I knew something was wrong when he was telling us the fake story.
You figured it all out that easily? We planned it thoroughly.
You're a woman yourself. You should know that women's intuition is not something to be messed with. When I thought that the story didn't really add up, I told him that I'm going to check the camera to watch the video to make sure. Then he suddenly panicked and screamed, "There's no need to do that." He also had the audacity to get mad at us, when in reality, he was in the wrong. That's when I knew he must have planned this or is affiliated with this incident in some way.
Oh, my baby, he indeed was never good at lying. Only bad thing about him was that he always too honest.
I don't even know how you managed to still try to make it sound like your son is a good man. I know love makes you blind, but this is something else. But really, I was extremely shocked, you know? When I found out who the culprit was, my ex-mother-in-law Amanda, like, wow. I already knew you and your son are crazy people, and that you wouldn't give up on things easily, so maybe you would do something scummy. But this is really low, even for your family. How shameless can you be? Are you not ashamed of your actions?
It's your fault. It's all because you kept refusing to let us live in your house. You left us no choice. If you stopped being so stubborn and just remarried my son, things wouldn't have escalated like this. Do you understand what you've done? It's all your fault. Your fault. Your fault.
Stop with your bullcrap, you disgusting psychos.
What did you say? How dare you?
My poor cousin. Do you know how young she is? Making her suffer just because of your selfishness? Thankfully, she wasn't hurt too bad physically, but you've traumatized her. She's still shivering in fear from what happened. And you still have the audacity to blame me for your foolish actions? How dare you? How dare you, you criminals?
It's your fault. It's your fault. All you had to do was just remarry my son. Why was that so hard, huh? If you just agreed to it, things wouldn't have turned out this way.
You really are the queen of never taking any fault and blaming it on someone else, huh? I've had it with you people. I've endured enough, don't you think? I'll make sure you never will want to mess with me or my family ever again. Mark my words.
What do you mean by that? Show some respect to your elders. Do you know who you're talking to?
Oh yes, I know exactly who I'm talking to. Mother of a trash human being who made me suffer all these years.
How dare you say that again?
I'll say it again and again. Your son is a trash human being who betrayed me and made me endure so much pain. Your son is trash. I wasn't struggling financially, so I thought I shouldn't really escalate things, but you leave me no choice. Looks like you're never going to learn your lesson until you get what's coming to you, huh? I'll show you that you're not living in your own fairy tale, that this is real life. You will pay for everything you've done. I will make sure your family pays the consolation money.
Huh? Are you stupid? You're making absolutely no sense to me. What are you even talking about? I'm so confused. What do you mean by betrayed? What consolation money?
Oh, did your son never tell you? Your trash son has been having an affair with another woman during our marriage. He would go on trips with her. Not only that, they would meet occasionally just to have sex, that little scum. That idiot thought I would never find out. Little did he know that the hotel he used to go to with his mistress is one of the hotels that I manage. So I have all the proof I need that your son was having an affair with some woman that I've never met. It's even caught on camera, and I have many other proofs. What do you have to say about that, huh?
What? My son? My lovely son? Having affairs with another woman?
When we had a divorce, I just assumed that he would just switch to his mistress in an instant. So I knew you would eventually find out in the future. But it looks like I was the one to let you know the truth instead of your son, huh? Well, surprise.
There is no way. My son? He would never do something dirty like that. He is the purest boy. You must have mistaken him for someone else. Please tell me you're lying. Are you pranking me? This is not funny.
I'm sure you don't want to believe it, but sorry, this is the truth about your son. With the recent incident, I learned that I just can't let the past go since you will all never learn your lesson if you don't get punished. So I decided that I'm going to be asking for consolation money. You better be prepared to pay the money. I might be nice, but I'm not a fool. Don't think that just because I'm being nice to you, that you can just do whatever you want and get away with it. I'm not an idiot, and I've had enough of your family.
Please wait. Calm down, my dear. There is no way we can pay the consolation money. My son is a big spendthrift, so he has no savings. How is he supposed to pay? He has no money himself and he spent money on a mistress? I can't believe it.
Why don't you keep coming up with new excuses? Also, remember you used to call me the spendthrift? Look how the tables have turned. No matter what you say, I'll never forgive your family. All the pain I had to endure because of you people, I will never forget it. If you have anything else to say, I'll hear it in court, so be prepared. I won't be listening to anything you have to say, so talk to my lawyer if there's anything you want to get across from now on.
Look, my dear, I apologize. We definitely are at fault for the incident that happened, but that's just how much my son loves you and wanted to get back with you. He loves you very much.
God, stop being so delusional and attached to your son. It disgusts me. Your son loves me and wanted to get back together with me. He doesn't have any feelings for me. All he cares about is this house I own and wants it to become his. Like I said, I'm not a fool. You can't fool me with your words. Don't think that I'm someone you can just use and throw away after you're done.
No, we never thought of you that way. Please, we have no place to live. We really need your help, my dear. I beg you, please. We won't stay long, just until we find a place to live. Please, let us live with you until then.
Whatever reason you have, you do realize you tried to assault me? A complete stranger tried to assault me. There's absolutely no way I would ever let you into my house. Who knows what you would do to me? I'm not a saint. Even I'm not that nice. Don't worry, I'll call the cops and let them take you in. It will solve your problem of not having any place to sleep, right? You'll have a comfy place to sleep. You deserve what's coming to you. You psychos go to hell. As I said that, I handed my ex-mother-in-law and ex-husband to the police for the crime they've committed. I guess they finally realized the mistake they've committed. They both kneeled and begged for forgiveness. The cops said they will get the punishment for assault as they should. But honestly, I wish people like them stay behind bars for eternity so that nobody else has to suffer because of them. Thanks to all the proof I've provided, I'm promised a lot of consolation money from my ex-husband. So I'll be using that money with my cousin who had to suffer for absolutely no reason. We're planning to go on a nice trip somewhere to clear our minds. Looks like my mother-in-law and my ex-husband have finally learned their lesson. After they paid the consolation money, they didn't bother me at all. Thank God. I guess karma really hit them hard, huh? Hey, Helen. I heard something interesting.
Oh, Sarah? What's this about all of a sudden? You hardly ever message me.
It's nothing weird. After all, we're family, aren't we? It's only natural for us to keep in touch.
And yet, you never responded when I needed help with Frank's care.
That's ancient history. Let's not dwell on the past.
You've been ignoring all my calls and messages. Even Tom hasn't visited home at all.
Like I said, let's focus on the present. We're reaching out now, aren't we?
After months of silence, what changed?
Well, we're busy. Can't help that. You really need to learn to let go of your kids, you know?
Letting go is different from being completely ignored.
You're being dramatic. Family is family, even if we're not in constant contact.
That's not what this is about. So why are you contacting me now?
Helen, you bought a house in Westbrook. Why didn't you tell us?
Oh, how did you find out about that?
Word gets around. And not just any house, a property with a half-acre garden. You should have told us sooner.
I didn't think you'd be interested, given how you've been avoiding us.
Of course we're interested. This is big news.
Well, I saved up money, and with my retirement package, I decided to take the plunge. I've always dreamed of having a house with a garden where I could spend my remaining years. I just wish my husband could have been there too.
Yes, I'm sure Frank is thinking the same thing in heaven.
Yes, I suppose so.
But isn't it going to be hard living alone in such a big house? I mean, just maintaining it. The cleaning, the gardening, it must be overwhelming.
I've already thought about that.
Have you really? It's a lot of work for someone your age.
Well, I think I can manage.
You're being stubborn. This is exactly why we worry.
I don't recall you worrying before.
No, we can't let you handle that all by yourself. I know, we'll move in with you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's perfect timing. We've been thinking about moving anyway.
This is very sudden.
What do you mean? I'm thinking about what's best for you. Why are you being so defensive?
But
Tom, me, and our son. The three of us will move in. It'll be so lively.
that's really not necessary.
Think about it. You'll have family around all the time.
Like when Frank needed care?
Why are you bringing that up again? This is different. We're family, aren't we? We should help each other out.
Help each other? Are you in some kind of trouble?
No, not me. I'm talking about you. What are you going to do when you need care?
That's rich coming from you. When my husband was bedridden and needed care, you never helped once.
Well, of course not. There was nothing to gain from taking care of Frank. Even in close relationships, you have to think about give and take.
What kind of attitude is that?
It's just being practical. Everyone thinks this way.
No, they don't.
Look, you've got this nice house in Westbrook now, so there's something in it for us. That's why I'm offering to move in. And if you refuse, we won't help with your care when you're older.
Hold on. Don't just decide things on your own. I wasn't planning to rely on you for care anyway.
You're being foolish. This benefits everyone.
How exactly does it benefit me?
You get company, help with the house, and future care. It's a perfect arrangement.
Perfect? That's laughable.
There's no point acting tough. This is us being kind to you. If you refuse, karma will come back to bite you in the ass. I'll be in touch later.
Nathan, Sarah just called me.
Really? That's unusual. What did she want?
She hasn't contacted me since your father's funeral, so I was pretty surprised myself.
Did something happen?
She somehow found out about the house, and now she's saying they're going to move in.
What? Why so suddenly? They've been completely ignoring us until now.
I know. They didn't even send a New Year's card.
Or visit during the holidays.
Seems they want to live in a house with a garden in Westbrook. I keep quiet about it because I didn't want any drama. How did they find out? Did you tell them, Nathan?
No way! You know I barely talk to Tom anymore. You know what our relationship is like.
I thought maybe you mentioned it during a family gathering.
Mom, when was the last time we had a family gathering with them?
Right. Sorry. Maybe one of the relatives told them. Anyway, we need to do something about this moving situation.
Did they actually ask your permission?
More like announce their decision.
That's just like them. But that house is...
Yes, I know. It's not that I'm against having people live there. A big house would be fun with more people, but I'm worried about suddenly living with them.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd be worried. I mean, they ignored us when we needed them most.
I keep thinking about your father.
How Tom never visited him in the hospital?
Yes, that's partly why I'm hesitating.
Yeah, who knows what they're thinking?
Sarah mentioned something about care, about how I'll need someone to tend to me when I'm too old to take care of myself.
You really think they'll help after how they treated Dad?
That's true. I think they'll try contacting Tom first.
Are you sure? He's been ignoring all your messages, right?
Yes, even during the funeral arrangements.
Mom, you don't owe them anything.
I think he'll at least respond when it comes to moving in together.
Probably the only time he will respond.
I need to hear his side of this.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I'm nervous about this conversation.
Want me to try talking to him first?
No, I should handle this myself.
Okay, but I'm here if you need backup.
I'll let you know if anything happens.
Okay.
Nathan,
Yes?
thank you for always being there.
That's what family is supposed to be, Mom.
I'll message Tom now.
Good luck. I'll keep my phone close.
Tom, Sarah contacted me. She says you're moving in with us?
Yeah, that's right. Why didn't you tell us about buying the house?
Because you never respond to any of my messages. I figured you'd ignore this too.
That's different. This is important.
Your father's condition wasn't important?
Don't start with that again. You're always making assumptions like that and making me out to be the bad guy. You should tell me about important stuff like this.
But you ignored everything about your father.
I was busy. Of course, it's annoying getting constant messages.
Constant? I only messaged when his condition changed.
It was still too much.
Even about family?
That's different. I'm busy. There are things I can and can't do for family.
Like visiting your dying father.
I had work commitments.
I see. So you agree with Sarah about moving in?
Of course, living in a house with a garden in Westbrook, it's perfect.
Perfect for whom?
For all of us. Think about it. You get help, we save on rent.
I've been wondering about this. What about your job? You won't be able to commute from there.
Huh? Yes, I can.
What? But the new house isn't that close to your current one.
So what?
Well, you said you couldn't help with your father's care because your job was too far away to come back. You said you were working out of state with all those transfers.
Let's not bring up old stuff.
Answer the question, Tom.
Yeah, about that. I got transferred back to a local office. Looks like I'll be working in the city from now on.
When did this happen?
Does it matter?
Oh, I get it. You were lying all this time. I can understand Sarah's position. She met you after we were already family. So I get why she wouldn't want to care for a complete stranger. But he was your actual father. Did you really lie to avoid caring for him?
You're making this bigger than it needs to be.
Am I?
Well, what's the big deal? Is it so wrong to prioritize my career? I'm an executive with important responsibilities at work. Let my good-for-nothing brother handle Dad's care. It's not like he has any real job anyway.
How? How can you talk about your own brother like that?
Nathan's always been the family disappointment.
Far from it. He was there when we needed him.
Sure, but we're here now, aren't we? Having a useless brother makes me look bad too. But let me at least say that much. Same goes for Dad, just a regular office worker, but always trying to lecture me.
Your father was proud of his work.
He could have done better, we all knew it.
What happened to you? You weren't like this before. You've changed so much since marrying Sarah.
Don't blame Sarah for everything. Shut up! This is how I live my life. Use the useful people, throw away the useless ones. Looks like you're useful now, so our family's gonna use you. Just gratefully accept us moving in.
So that's really how you feel.
What's wrong with being practical?
Is that what you call it?
Like I said, we're already preparing everything. You better get ready to welcome us.
And if I refuse?
You won't. You can't.
Fine. Come if you can.
That's more like it. I'll be in touch.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Helen, we're all set with our moving preparations.
Oh, is that so?
You don't sound very enthusiastic.
Should I be?
Of course! It's going to be so much fun living together, I promise. We've already started packing.
I don't recall agreeing to this.
Don't be difficult. We've already given notice at our apartment.
That was your choice.
We'll be there tomorrow. Get ready.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, and you need to clear out the master bedroom.
Why would I do that?
Well, it's the biggest room. We need the space more than you do.
That's my room.
You can take one of the smaller ones. Also, we have quite a lot of stuff, so we might need to throw out some of your things.
Why? They're my things and it's my house.
Don't be selfish. You need to make space for us.
In my own house?
Well, you'll be passing on to the next world soon anyway. So we should start organizing and preparing for that. We're going to move in with you so that we can help you. You shouldn't make things difficult when we're doing this for your own good.
I'm only 65. Mind your own business.
65 isn't young anymore.
I'm in perfect health.
Still, better to be prepared.
For what exactly?
For when we need to inherit everything.
Inherit what?
You know what I mean, when you can't manage anymore.
I can manage just fine.
Well, we'll take care of all that tomorrow. Just be cooperative and don't make this difficult.
You seem very confident about tomorrow.
Of course, everything's decided.
Is it?
Don't try to be clever, Helen.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Good. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, you will.
And make sure you're ready to help us move in.
Oh, I'm prepared.
That's what I like to hear.
You might be surprised.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see tomorrow.
Stop being cryptic. Just do as you're told.
Goodbye, Sarah.
Remember, be ready early. Helen, can you open up quickly?
Oh, is something wrong?
Well, we're here at your house, but there's a gate and we can't get onto the property. The movers are waiting. We need to get in.
Ah, yes. I had secure fencing installed to keep strangers out. You know how things are these days.
Stop playing games. Let us in.
I'm just being security conscious.
I understand that. That's why we're moving in to help you. So please open this gate quickly. We can't move in otherwise.
The movers must be expensive.
They charge by the hour. Stop wasting time.
Moving in? Oh, right. You did mention something about that.
Are you getting dementia already?
No, I'm just wondering why you're making such assumptions.
What assumptions? This was all arranged. I clearly told you we're moving into your house.
Yes, you did.
And you agreed to it.
When exactly did I agree?
Yesterday, in our messages.
I agreed that you could come to the house, but I never agreed to you moving in.
What? What are you talking about?
Perhaps you should read those messages again.
Stop playing word games.
You unilaterally declared you were moving in, but I never once accepted that.
Don't be ridiculous. We've already completed our moving preparations. We've canceled our apartment lease, and we're here with all our belongings. You can't just say we can't move in now.
Your poor planning isn't my emergency.
The movers are charging us by the minute.
That must be stressful.
You're the one being ridiculous, trying to force your way in just because I bought a house. Why don't you try considering other people's feelings? But we're family.
Are we? Since when? Does being family mean you can just move in without permission?
What about when you need care?
Like when Frank needed care? That won't be a problem. I'll hire home care services. I have enough savings for that. I won't need to rely on people who've been ignoring us all this time.
You're making a huge mistake. Wait a minute. We have nowhere else to go if we can't get into this house.
There are hotels and other options. Just stop trying to live here.
Hotels are expensive. We can't afford that.
That's not my concern.
I'm not backing down. I'll have Tom contact you and convince you.
That won't make any difference. My decision won't change even if my son calls. Just leave now. The gate can only be opened from inside the house, and if you try to break in, I'll call the police and have you arrested for trespassing.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me.
You can't be serious.
Just leave.
The movers are asking what to do with our stuff.
Not my problem.
What should we do? I need Tom to fix this somehow.
Good luck with that.
Nathan, can you talk to Mom for me? What's with the sudden request? I need your help. It's urgent. After 3 years of silence? When we tried to move into Mom's house, she wouldn't open the gate, and now she's ignoring my calls. Can you convince her? You're actually serious about this? Of course I am. We're standing here with all our stuff. Well, that's probably not possible. Mom's kind, but when she's made up her mind about something, she won't change it even if I ask. You have to try. The movers are charging us by the hour. Like how you tried to visit Dad in the hospital? But we discussed moving in. She can't just change her mind on move-in day. We've already canceled our apartment lease. When exactly did she agree to this? Well, she didn't exactly say no. Put your hand on your heart and think about it. You know why Mom did this. No, I really don't understand what she's thinking at all. Think harder about Dad's last days. That was different. If you're seriously saying that, then you don't deserve to enter that house. You're taking her side? There aren't sides here, just consequences. Is it hopeless? Will Mom really not let us in? Finally asking the right questions. This isn't fair. You should give up. There's no point pushing it. Hey, Nathan, your place is pretty close to here, right? Yeah, so what if it is? What's that got to do with anything? Then could you let us stay at your place just for a while until we find somewhere else? No way. Don't even think about it. That would work, right? Absolutely not. We're brothers, aren't we? Are we? Since when? Why are you saying that? Your only brother is in trouble. Shouldn't you help me? Who was it that kept looking down on their only brother all this time? Looking down on you? No, I never. You've always looked down on me, bragging about how smart you were. I tried my best to study and keep up with you, but I could never match you. That was just motivation. Motivation? Is that what you call it? No, I really didn't mean to. But Mom and Dad always loved me anyway. Unlike you, they found good things about me besides academics and praised me for them. Thanks to them, I work hard at my job now and have a wonderful wife and kids. It's all thanks to our parents. That's why I'd do anything for those two. But I don't want to do anything for you. Come on! Okay, maybe I was harsh sometimes, but that's because I had expectations for you, Nathan. I thought my little brother came from good stock, too. I was just trying to motivate you with tough love. Tough love? Was that also tough love when Dad was dying? That's not fair! I still remember when I failed to get into my first choice university and was crying, you just kept laughing and making fun of me. I've hated you ever since then. I will never help you, not in a million years. Mom seems to despise you for not coming to see Dad too, so I guess we won't be seeing each other anymore. Don't contact me again. You're being unreasonable. I learned it from you. Hey, don't abandon me! Like you abandoned Dad? I couldn't care less what happens to you. Why don't you go find yourself a new place? Nathan, please! Goodbye, Tom.
Helen, Nathan abandoned us too. Now we really have nowhere to go.
Oh, really? Well, you better start looking for a place then, or stay at a hotel.
The movers are still charging us.
That sounds expensive.
Don't you understand how serious we are?
I understand perfectly.
Then let us in.
I don't really understand what you mean. All I can say is you should move quickly.
Move where? We have nowhere to go.
That's not my concern.
We're not moving from this spot.
Oh.
We'll camp out here if we have to.
Excuse me?
This has become a battle of endurance. We'll force our way in when you come out of the house.
My, that sounds rather dangerous.
You will have to come out eventually. This isn't a threat. We're serious. We'll wait here for a day or two if we have to.
Is that so? Well, good luck with that.
You can't stay inside forever.
Can't I?
How long do you think you can hold out in that house?
What do you mean?
I'm asking how long you can barricade yourself in there.
Well, I'm not in the house.
What? What do you mean you're not in the house?
I'm actually on vacation abroad right now.
Vacation? Abroad?
Lovely weather here.
You're lying.
Would you like to see my travel photos?
And how long will you be gone?
Well, let's see. I originally thought about a week, but now that I'm here, I want to visit so many places, I might extend my stay.
You planned this.
I planned a vacation? Yes.
You've got to be kidding.
You said you'd wait there until I return, right? Do your best, within reason, of course.
We can't possibly stay here for a week.
That's why I told you to move quickly.
The movers are threatening to leave.
They sound very professional.
This is all your fault.
Is it? Who made assumptions here?
Damn it!
Well, I want to enjoy my vacation now, so I'll be ignoring your calls too.
Don't you dare!
The beach is calling. Goodbye, Sarah.
Helen!
Oh, and Sarah?
What now?
I've instructed the security company to call the police if anyone tries to break in.
You evil!
Enjoy your house hunting.
Mom, how have you been?
Oh my, it's been a while.
I know it's been a long time.
A very long time.
Yeah. Mom, I got divorced from Sarah.
Really? You two seem so close.
Close enough to destroy everything else.
What do you mean?
Well, after we couldn't move into your house, things went downhill.
Why? My house had nothing to do with it.
You don't understand what happened after that day.
Then explain it to me.
To be honest, her spending was out of control. No matter how much I earned, we couldn't save anything. When I heard you bought a house, I thought we could save on rent by moving in.
So you're finally sharing your true motives for trying to force your way into my home.
We were drowning in debt.
I see. So that's what it was about.
It wasn't just about money.
No.
But then things got worse. We found a new apartment, but the moving costs ate up all our savings. And Sarah's spending didn't improve at all. We started fighting, and she left me and filed for divorce.
That must have been difficult.
I lost everything, Mom.
Everything?
Yeah, and now I've realized something.
Oh?
A bad relationship with you and Nathan. It was all her fault. She kept me away from home, always ordering me to focus on work. I really wanted to spend more time with everyone.
Is that so?
She manipulated me.
And you let her?
So what are you trying to say?
I think you know.
Let's live together again. Can I move into your house? I want to make up for all the family time I lost because of her, please.
Absolutely not.
Mom, why are you being so harsh?
Am I being harsh?
I've changed. I've learned my lesson.
Because you abandoned your father. He was hoping to talk with you until his very last moment. But you lied about being busy with work and refused to even have a conversation with him. There's no way I could have lived happily with someone like that.
But Mom, that was Sarah's.
Stop blaming Sarah.
She wouldn't let me visit.
So you chose Sarah over your dying father.
No, that's not.
Then what is it?
I was weak.
I'm not trying to judge your choice, but I can't forgive you for abandoning your father, so I won't help you.
Mom, this is exactly when families should help each other. Come on, help me out. I have nowhere else to go.
I sent you so many SOS signals. Taking care of your father while working was incredibly hard and physically demanding. There were many times when I felt so small and so weak because I was a lone woman taking care of my sickly husband. Helping him to the toilet and taking him to have a bath took everything I had. But every time I asked for your help, you brushed me off. All I wanted was for you to come and visit once a week. Even once a month would have been enough. But you never came. Nathan and his wife were the only ones who came to help with your father and the chores.
Well, that was...
That was what?
I was focused on my career!
You ignored us when it's convenient, but want help when you're in trouble? Don't be ridiculous. You and I aren't family anymore. Actually, I built this house to live with Nathan and his family.
What?
Does that surprise you?
But I'm a successful executive!
Yes, and you're also a heartless person who neglects family. Nathan is a devoted son who values family above all else. It's pretty obvious which one I choose.
Mom!
Don't call me that anymore. I'm not your mother.
Please don't say that!
Goodbye, Tom. Nathan, Tom just called. He might be lurking around the house, so be careful.
He tried calling me too. I blocked him.
You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did, after everything he said.
He's divorced now.
I heard Sarah left him.
He tried to blame everything on her.
Typical Tom. Nothing's ever his fault.
He wanted to move in.
Here? With us?
I refused.
Good. We don't need him here.
Oh, really? But you know what? I'm not afraid of him anymore. I'll stand up to anyone who threatens you, even if it's my brother. You've grown so strong.
Remember when I used to hide behind you when Tom bullied me?
You were so small then.
You always praised me for being gentle, but I realized that's not enough to protect family.
Your gentleness is your strength.
Not anymore. From now on, I'll protect you and my wife. Don't worry.
When did you become so reliable?
When Dad got sick, someone had to step up.
Yes, you're so reliable now.
Mom,
Yes,
thank you for choosing me.
you chose us first, every time.
I always will.
After that, Tom, abandoned by his family, began living alone. Since Sarah had always handled doing the household chores, living alone for the first time in years was very difficult for him. Because of this, he lost focus at work and made many mistakes. The number of errors was so high that he was removed from his prestigious position in the sales department. After that, he completely lost his motivation and became apathetic about work. The company wouldn't tolerate such behavior, and he was soon fired. Now he apparently makes ends meet working part-time jobs. Meanwhile, I'm living happily with Nathan and his family in our large house with a garden. I've recently taken up gardening as a hobby in our spacious yard. I want to watch my grandchildren and my plants grow for as long as possible in this house. And someday, I want to tell Frank, who's waiting in heaven, about all the wonderful memories we've made here. My garden is blooming now, just like our family. Nathan's children help me plant new flowers every spring, and we spend our evenings watching the sunset together. This is the family life I've always dreamed of. Not perfect, perhaps, but real and warm and true. Frank would have loved it here. Sometimes I think about Tom, but those thoughts grow dimmer with each passing season. Like weeds in my garden, some things need to be removed for the healthy plants to thrive. Our family is thriving now, and that's what matters most.
Jordan, I'm contacting you just to make sure of some things. Your reservation for tomorrow is for 7 p.m., correct? And you are still planning to have 60 people come to eat and drink here? Huh? Confirming with me something like that at this time of day is sort of making me not want to go there anymore. I'm sorry if 3:14 in the afternoon isn't a good time for you, but that's why I'm texting instead of calling. But as for your reservation, I just need to double check on the time and amount of people. I want to make sure you don't have any last-minute changes or anything like that before we start preparing everything. If you still plan to have all 60 people show up, then I have to make sure there's enough food here to make 60 meals, as well as enough alcohol to allow everyone a few drinks. That's just a part of what my restaurant does. Oh yeah? You're talking like you run a proper restaurant or something over there. I was thinking that the place you're running, May, was on its last leg based off the way it looks from the outside. All of that siding hanging off and some of the windows looking like they're cracked. That all tells me that you're in need of some money badly to afford those repairs. I'm the one being kind enough throwing the class reunion at a shack like that. I'm sure it would make you a lot of money having us all there tomorrow, right? So if you have the time to confirm the reservation with me, then maybe you should be using that time to be thanking me instead. I am very thankful that you've chosen to have the class reunion at my restaurant, but you plan to have 60 people come here? If there were ever something to happen that caused you to cancel this plan tomorrow, then it would be a huge blow to me. That's why I'm confirming this now before I start the final preparations. I'm telling you, there are no problems with the reservation, rude jerk. And tomorrow I'm going to be the host of the party, so don't you dare slack off. I'm already having to throw this event at your rundown joint, so don't do anything else to embarrass me. I'm sure that to many, this building my restaurant is in is pretty old looking, but a lot of my valued customers love coming to my restaurant for this older style of aesthetic that my restaurant perfectly displays. I wouldn't say the siding is coming off in spots either, and those aren't cracks in the windows you're seeing. Probably just reflections from the outside that makes it look like the windows are cracked. So far, the business has been thriving here. And I'm sure the only reason you're still making any money there is because you serve the poor, and since this town is full of them, you can stay in business. Stop thinking you're making yourself look good by saying that. If you're going to continue making such rude comments like that, then why are you having the reunion here? Wouldn't you rather go somewhere else instead of my restaurant if it's that big of an eyesore and is already making you feel embarrassed? You happen to be one of those old classmates of mine, so I thought it'd be nice to support your wretched little business. There isn't any deep meaning to it besides that. I see. Then I'll be waiting for you and everyone else tomorrow. Just remember to get here a little early since you're the host to make sure everything is set up to your liking. Jordan, answer your phone, please. What do you want? Right now, I'm in the middle of the class reunion and don't really have time to waste talking with someone like you. Huh? What do you mean you're in the middle of it? You made a reservation to have that event at my restaurant today. Yet you're at the class reunion right now? Where are you having it at? What is going on here? I'm having the high school class reunion right now at that beautiful restaurant right near the bus station. The food here is delicious and the atmosphere is so luxurious. No wonder so many people chose to have their wedding here. Compared to your shack, the difference is like day and night. I totally forgot to invite you to this, but I never cared to invite you to begin with. So you're telling me you changed locations for the reunion? When I called you yesterday to make sure there wouldn't be any changes, you said everything was fine. How could you do this to me? May, you are so unaware of anything that it's hilarious. There's no way I'm going to some dirty place like that you call a restaurant. You thought I'd actually throw the class reunion in a shack like that? Come on. You're an idiot, May. I'm canceling the reservation for 60 people right now, please and thank you. I'm sure that's going to ruin your restaurant for good. But hey, somebody had to put that eyesore out of its misery, and that somebody appears to be me. Are you saying right now is the time to be saying that? Right now, your parents are right in front of me on their hands and knees apologizing to me. Huh? If you're going to try lying to me, please make it just a little bit more realistic. I'm sure you don't know anything about this, Jordan, but your parents have been regular customers of mine for a long time. And they just came here a second ago to eat. But I had to tell them that the restaurant was all reserved for the class reunion, yet nobody has shown up yet. Your parents thought that something about that was strange themselves because they both came here to wait for you. They said they wanted to see you and say hi, as well as have a meal here if it was still okay with you and me. Stop joking with me, please. My dad happens to be a member of Congress, all right? Yet you're telling me he frequents your dirty little shack? You can joke about that all you want, but nobody is going to laugh about it. Especially not me, who happens to care a lot about my family. I would never joke about something like this. Your dad happens to have his office in town, right? So he comes here more than any other restaurant because it's close to his office and he doesn't have to worry about people really recognizing him. He's told me not to make a big deal out of anything you've done tonight, or it might spread around and start to affect the next election. So you should really think about what I'm saying here. Stop screwing around already! Now you're trying to make fun of my dad and my family with all those lies and jokes. I'm going to take you to court and sue you for trying to defame my family. And then we'll all get to see just how tough you are with all those lies. I understand you not wanting to believe any of this, but I am being serious right now. Please, Jordan, don't do anything else stupid here.
Sorry for texting you this late at night. May, I noticed that you weren't at the class reunion tonight. Were you there and I just never got around to talking with you, or did something else come up?
Dean? Well, about all that. I was never told anything about the class reunion being at that restaurant. Actually, I'm sure none of you have any clue what Jordan was up to today and had done to me.
What? Did you and Jordan get into something?
Well, actually, Jordan had made reservations at my restaurant to have the class reunion here. But by the time people should have been coming for the event, there was still not a single person showing up. So when I texted her about it, she told me she was canceling last minute on me.
She canceled last minute? That reservation was for 60 people, right? How badly did that end up affecting your business in the end?
Pretty badly. At least, that's what I think. I haven't gone through and done all the math yet on the wasted food and space, but...
I'm sure it's pretty bad. And that's the reason why you never ended up coming to the class reunion then, huh? I was wondering the whole time why I was never able to find you anywhere. But something like that had just happened to you, so of course you were never around. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Thank you for worrying about me, Dean. You happen to be a lawyer, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure there will be plenty of things I want to talk about regarding the legal side of all this, so would you please be there to help guide me along?
Leave it to me. As for myself, there are some things that I don't like too much about that Jordan anyway. But before getting to all that gossip, are you aware that she's married right now?
That's what I assumed. I heard from someone that her husband was a lawyer, right?
I see. Thank you for letting me know that. Once I have some things for you, I'll get back in touch. As for that gossip, I think I'll have to wait a little bit.
Hey, May, because of you, my dad is really upset with me. Well, that's not on me. I told you all about how much your parents frequent my restaurant, yet you've continued to make fun of the place and myself. Well, of course I'd continue to make fun of you. It's not like I was going to believe what they were saying to me. I don't care how much they think your place's cooking is delicious. It's old and run down and deserves to close. Don't you start thinking you're some tough witch just because my parents went to you to apologize for everything I did. If the elections weren't coming up here, then all of this would have never been a problem for me. Would you stop acting like a freaking child already? What are you trying to do by making that much fun of my restaurant and acting like I have no right to defend it? You know what I'm doing. None of this is even about the restaurant itself, but about you being my toy. And since you're my toy, I can do whatever I want with you. Whenever I want to. You've always been like this, Jordan. Back in high school, you would bully me all to get a good laugh in. The more I felt sad and was in trouble, the more you would smile and laugh at me. I have never been able to forget that devilish smile of yours. You're saying that a gorgeous woman like me has a devilish smile? Do you understand what you're doing? That right there is you being jealous of me. Because of what's happened this time, I think you've chosen to start making things up. I never even made any reservations at your shack before. I was just thinking that I wanted to make a reservation was all, and had talked to you about it. What are you talking about? I spoke with you over both the phone and through text about that reservation you made. Are you not aware of anything? It's not that easy to use text as a form of evidence when you're blaming me for something. All I have to do is delete whatever I send and there will be nothing for you to use. Which, of course, I'm going to be doing right now. Even these messages we're sending now. And besides, did you really think I was ever wanting to use a dirty place like that for the class reunion? Stop trying to think of me as such an idiot, all right? So you're going this far, all to make me feel even worse. All right, then. Then I'm not going to hold back any longer. You say you've been holding back? Tell me then, May, what do you think you're going to be able to do about this? You're only going to be able to make fun of me like that for a little bit longer, Jordan. All right. Try your best to take me down then. It's been a few days now, May. So far you haven't done anything to me yet. After trying so hard, making it seem as though you could actually put up a fight, this is what you had to offer me? This pretty much means that no matter how hard you try to resist, you will always be my little toy. But hey, then it at least makes more sense why you run such a dirty little restaurant. I'm still getting things ready, so I can't attack you quite yet. I promise that in time you'll get what's coming for you. I'm sure whatever you're preparing for isn't going to bother me one bit. And if you run crying to your parents right now, you might be able to avoid my counterattack later on. Not even my dad will be able to do anything about you once you've crawled back into your parents' house. No matter how much you want to rely on him being a member of the U.S. Congress, there is only so much he'd be able to do about you and I. Honestly, I don't think he'll be able to touch me when the time comes. And by the way, this has nothing to do with him anyway, so I'm sure he won't mind what I have to give to you. Unlike you, he will probably agree with what you have coming. Then tell me who's going to help you. Right now I'm talking with someone who knows about law, in order to hand in paperwork stating that you went and harmed my business. Huh? What are you talking about, harming your business? I haven't done a single thing to your business, though. You canceled that reservation you had at my restaurant for a bad reason. For that, I will be able to say that my business fell victim to your rash and thoughtless actions. Were you not aware of that? I'm sure you're just bluffing right now. I've already gone and erased all the evidence you could have used, so there's no way you can sue me in court now. I'm sure you feel safe for canceling those messages you sent me. But I've already gone and screenshotted all of those messages, so there's really no hiding from me now. You screenshotted those? Why the hell would you do something like that? Because ever since high school, you have been my bully and never once let up on making me feel horrible. You should understand that I had to have a backup plan in case things went south with you. I've made sure to record the phone call we had as well, so that your voice can be heard telling me that you wanted that reservation at my restaurant. I think this will all be making for some great evidence. I want you to wait patiently for all the papers on my end to be filled out and for you to receive that court notice in the mail. You, don't be such an idiot. I was just messing around with you like an old friend of yours is all. And you're trying to take me to court over it? You're screwed if you do that. I'm going to tell everyone on the internet about this. If that's what you want to do, then go right ahead. But that only means it's fair for me to put all of this evidence I have of you online as well, right? I'd do it to protect myself. Then all of those people you're trying to get help from online will be able to judge you with all the facts in hand. They might even end up judging your dad based on your actions as well then. Then all this will become about more than just you hurting my business on purpose, right? You can't be serious. May, of all people, you can't. I'll tell my dad right now to tell the police to not even bother with your case and to throw it all away. Do you really think your dad has that kind of power? He doesn't, and that's why he was at my feet begging me not to say anything about what you'd done. Crap. Then I'm going to ask my husband, who's a lawyer, to help. You've been verbally harassing me all this time. I can sue you for that, you know. I happen to have a really powerful lawyer with me as well, so go ahead and try me. Huh? Do you even have the money for a good enough lawyer? Wait, is it Dean? I heard something about that yesterday, how he became a lawyer himself. You and him have been close to one another for forever, so I'm sure he's your lawyer. I am not going to forgive you for talking about me behind my back. I am going to crush your restaurant. Dean, I know that you and May are talking to one another right now, but it's not going to work. No matter what you try and do to me, it's all going to be for nothing. My husband happens to be a lawyer as well, and when it comes to court cases, my husband has won every one of them, and will win against you too.
You and I never really had the chance to speak to one another at the call reunion, did we? But from what I can tell, you haven't changed one bit since high school. You still haven't learned that this world does not revolve around you, and that one day acting like that will bite you in the butt hard.
She was making fun of me, and now you? Whatever, it's already been decided. I'm going to sue both you and May now. I've already gone and screenshotted the message you just sent me making fun of me, so don't even try deleting any of the messages because you're too late.
What are you trying to do? Are you copying mine now or something?
Shut up! I don't fear anything you and that witch plan to do to me because none of it's going to matter. Ah, I see. This is about how you were never able to help save May in the past, so now you're trying to make up for that now? After seeing how often I was screwing with May, you went and tattled to the teacher, right?
Screwing with her? You really think that you'd been the only one screwing with her? Everybody knew that what you were doing to her was way too much more than just screwing with her.
You think so? But besides you, nobody else stepped in to try and save her, right?
That's because back then you would always threaten people with telling your dad on them, and that's why nobody dared to fight you. He's been in Congress for a long time now, and none of us at school had a clue what he could do. And that's why you ended up doing that to the teacher, right? You threatened to tell your dad about her, and that's why she never ended up putting you in detention or anything. Also, once you found out that I had told on you, you started to bully me as well. Do you know how many times you had taken my things from me and thrown them in the trash? My binders, my textbooks, my pencils? After seeing how much myself and May were bullied by you after all this time, all of our friends left us to avoid you. Because of you, both May's and my high school life was living hell. How much longer are you going to keep on acting like a freaking bully?
You think I'm going to ever stop picking on you guys? My dad happens to be in a very powerful position, and I'm a gorgeous woman. My husband also happens to be a lawyer. I have every right to stand above you all and do whatever I want to you. I can do anything and get away with it. When I have time to waste, I'd prefer spending it making your guys' lives a whole lot worse. And you have no right to complain about any of it because you're all nobodies.
I see. I guess that's it for me, too.
Why is that? Because I'm too strong for both you and May to defeat?
Does your husband know anything about the true kind of human filth you are?
I have done a good job at hiding it from him.
Well, what about you cheating on him at the moment?
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm cheating on him? No, I'm not. I have a husband who is both handsome and makes me lots of money. Why would I ever want to cheat on him? Just because I'm beating both you and May right now doesn't mean you can start making false claims like that. This is just another bluff from you both because you don't even have any evidence of it.
I wonder about that. On that day of the class reunion, I saw you and Chris took off together for a bit, and then I saw the two of you heading into a hotel together. I made sure to take pictures of that.
Did you freaking follow us? I can't believe this. But now that you know about me, what's going to happen? That all has nothing to do with you.
Of course, it has nothing to do with me, but it has a lot to do with your husband. When I last ran into him at the courthouse, I made sure to let him know.
What? You're kidding. You know my husband well enough to talk to him about something like this?
We work for different law firms, but we do see one another quite a lot at the courthouse. I made sure to also show him the pictures, of course. I'm excited to hear all about the fun things he'll have to tell you when he gets home from work.
I'll be fine. It was just for one night. My husband will forgive me for something like that.
For one night only? I'm not sure that's the case with you, especially when you're meeting with Chris on the daily. It's only been a few days now since the class reunion, and you and him have been really hitting it off.
Why do you know about all of this stuff?
I went and talked about it with your husband. Him and I talked for a little bit about this, and I made sure to do a little asking around. Since we both happen to be lawyers, we both knew what to do in situations like this, and that's why we were able to learn about everything so quickly. There's no avoiding a divorce now, Jordan. Make sure you're prepared to pay him a settlement as well.
You're a monster.
I believe it's you who's the monster.
Why is this happening to me? Because of you, my life is going to be hell now. My husband is asking me for a divorce now, and he even wants me to pay him a settlement. And my mom and dad aren't going to help me pay any of it. Everything has been going so well for me. It's all because of you and Dean that everything is falling apart. You canceled your reservation to hurt my business and then cheated on your husband. All of that was things you did that we had no control over. So would you stop trying to make me responsible for your mistakes? I'm not your mom. Are you just trying to blame us because you don't want to have to realize how horrible of a person you are? Or maybe you've just become so stupid that you can't tell that what you're doing is wrong anymore. What the hell? You think you can just start talking to me like that because you're in a better place than I am? You picking on me is just the same as the ways I've been messing with you. Making fun of my family and acting like you are better than me? You and I are both the same. I think it's only fair for me to take you down with me for this. So this is just like high school to you? It is. You've been that same little witch this whole time and deserve to be bullied for it. Are you kidding me? You have no idea how hard my life has been because of you already. Ever since you started to pick on me and then bully me in high school, my life has been a nonstop hell that I can never escape. I ended up losing all my friends as they tried to avoid you, and no teachers would ever be willing to help me. Locking me into my locker some days and other days stealing my things so that I had nothing to use in class. And when it came to you straight up punching me, that happened at least 2 times. My family was never that fortunate at the time, and we didn't have the money to move away because of you. My only option was to keep going to that high school because there were no other schools in town. Back then, I would have given my life to be as far away as possible from you. Yet now that we're adults who have very different lives, you still come to harass me. Just stop it already. Shut the hell up. You're my toy to play with, so don't you dare talk back to me like that. And from what it looks like to me now, you're talking to me like you have everything. I mean, you gave your all to get that rundown shack of a restaurant, so you must be at your peak, even though it's so low. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but that restaurant isn't the only one I own. Huh? My restaurants are known for using only the most fresh and local foods. And since that has become so popular lately, I happen to have 3 restaurants now. My restaurants have become really popular with women as well, so I'm thinking I'll open a cafe next. I'm sure you never expected to hear any of this from me, right? You've been trying to kick a bird that can just fly away from you. So listen, Jordan, you might have thought I was dirt poor or whatever, but I happen to have a lot more money on me. No way. You're lying. Mate, you have more than just that shack? And as for that place you call a shack, that happens to be my flagship restaurant where this all started for me. I have a lot of money now due to my other restaurants, so I was planning to upgrade the place into a more developed restaurant soon. So it's no longer going to be that old shack you keep calling it. With that, this means there's nothing else you can bully me about. Do you understand that? No way. I've been left by my husband now, my parents are about to throw me away as well, and now I'm being told that you're actually living a really good and happy life? Where did I go wrong? Was this all because I canceled the reservation at your restaurant? So you don't think those 4 years of bullying myself and Dean in high school was the problem for you? It's not that I'm asking you to apologize to me for all that, and it's not like that would help you get any forgiveness from me. But to say it bluntly, you're never going to fix that toxic attitude of yours, are you? No matter how hard you try to get rid of it and change as a person, everyone is going to see the real you and know your past, which will then lead to them leaving you and you'll be alone forever. Even if I try forever to fix my ways? No way. Please, at the very least, don't take me to court. Then I think my dad will be willing to forgive me. I am not going to back down. Wouldn't you rather continue to bully the owner of a dirty restaurant like myself? What? I'm sorry for making fun of your restaurant like that, May.
That paperwork we handed into the court went through, and the court case will be held soon.
Thank you so much for all you've done, Dean. You have really done everything you could to take care of me.
Oh, don't worry about it. This happens to also be what I do for a living, but isn't this great? I was never able to help you back in high school, and that's what made me really hate Jordan.
This time was the first time I had ever heard about you trying to do something like that for me then. Thank you so much.
No worries, okay? The reason I became a lawyer was to make sure that I could help those that are in need.
After what's happened here, I finally feel a sense of release from the past I was carrying around with me. Like, I can finally catch a breath of fresh air and move freely.
I feel the same way. I'm finally able to do something I was never able to do back then. I'm so happy that I finally was able to help you, May.
Next time, I'd like you to come eat at one of my restaurants. I'll treat you to whatever you'd like on the menu. In the end, Jordan was made to pay a large settlement to my business for harming it intentionally, as well as her husband in her divorce. And once that had all been settled, her parents left her for good, disowning her from their family. Once Jordan had been kicked out of her house with the divorce, she was expected to go out and get a job for herself. But having been a housewife all her life, she didn't seem to have the attitude of wanting to work at all. I'm sure even now she's just wandering around without a job yet. I've heard from others that in order to keep herself going, she's been seen borrowing lots of money from loan sharks, which is only going to dig her into a deeper hole than she's already been in. But I'm sure she doesn't really have any other choice, considering everyone she once called her family has left her, and those she thought were her friends ran off too when they found out what she did. On the other hand, when it comes to myself, I've been doing really well with my business, and I'm on my way to planning out that new cafe here soon. I'm really busy with all of that now, but it's fun to be busy with something you love doing. And considering I got a very large settlement from Jordan in the court case, I will be using that money for this new cafe, and might even name it after her because of that. I've been hanging out with Dean a lot more again, and next week we're planning to have dinner together. I'm really looking forward to what the future holds for the both of us. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.